Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to look at rounding numbers to the nearest 10 and the nearest 100. So we're using what we learned on Monday and what we learned on Tuesday, and we're bringing it together. Because one thing I hope that you guys have found is that when reading a question about rounding, it's really important to figure out what place value you're rounding to. And today you're going to practice rounding one number to both place values, because it's possible to round a single number to the tens or the hundreds. That's why reading is so important. So let's take a look at the first example. Round 207 to the nearest 10 and 100. So I'm going to take this number, and after reading carefully, I realize I need to round to the nearest 10 and the nearest 100. Okay, so I kind of set myself up already. I have both my numbers, and I wrote HTO up above, which stands for hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, first I'm going to go ahead and use this one to round to the nearest 10. Okay, so find the place value, that's the tens place, and circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 through 4, the circle stays the same. But 5 through 9, adding 1 is the game. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right, that's this one, change to 0. All the other numbers stay the same. That's this one. Yo, you're the winner in a rounding game. So we've got 210. When you take 207 and you round it to the nearest 10, you get 210. Now let's take a look at rounding the same number to the nearest 100. Okay, an important difference here is that when I find the place value, the hundreds place, and I circle that digit, I don't have the same number circled here and here. So this is going to change my answer. So find the place value, circle that digit, move to the right, and underline it. 0 through 4, the circle stays the same. Okay, now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right, change to 0. Okay, so I've rounded my number to the nearest 100. So you can round the number 207 in two different ways. First to the nearest 10, and you get a number with a 10 in it, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever. Okay, and then to the nearest 100, where I end up with my 2 zeros at the end here. Let's look at another example of this type of problem. This time, we're going to be rounding again to the nearest 10 and to the nearest 100, but we're going to be using a different number, which is 462. So I'm going to round 462 first to the nearest 10. Okay, so find the place value, that's the tens place, and circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 through 4, the circle stays the same. So this number is between 0 and 4. That means this number is going to stay the same. Okay, now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right, that's only this number goes to the right, change to 0. Now I'm not done yet, but I just want to point out 60 is a 10, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we already know we've rounded this number almost to the nearest 10. We're almost done. But we have to do the last step, which is all the other numbers stay the same. Yo, you're the winner in a rounding game. So we rounded this number to the nearest 10, and now we're going to take the number 462 again, and we're going to round it to the nearest 100. Okay, so the difference here is which place value you circle. Find the place value, that's the hundreds place under the H, and circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 through 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the circle stays the same. 5 through 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, adding 1 is the game. 4 plus 1 is 5, which is the only number I can't write upside down. Now, flex your muscles like a hero. Both digits are to the right. Change to 0. Okay? So we've rounded this number to the nearest 100, right? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, the same number rounded two different ways. First to the nearest 10 and then to the nearest 100. Let's look at the last example. This is the one the kids really don't like because you have to round a bunch of different numbers for just one problem. Okay, So we're going to find the place. Oh, it says select all the numbers that round to 900 when rounded to the nearest 10. What? Numbers can round to 100 when you're rounding to the nearest 10? Yes, they can. I know it sounds confusing, but we're going to do it together. So let me just I forgot to put in my HTO. So I'm going to do that because it even makes it easier for me as an adult. HTO stands for hundreds, tens, and ones because rounding has a lot to do with the place value of a number. All right. So we're rounding to the nearest 10. Best not forget. Very important. So find the place value. That's the tens place. Circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 through 4. Yep. The circle stays the same. Okay. 5 through 9. No. Adding 1 is the game. Now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right change to 0. That's just that one. All the other numbers stay the same. You're the winner in a rounding game. Does this round to 900? No, that's not an answer then. Find the place value. That's the tens place. Circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 through 4. No. The circle stays the same. 5 through 9. Yes. Adding 1 is the game. Okay, this is where it gets weird, right? Because 9 plus 1 is 10. But you cannot stick a 10, squeeze both digits into the tens place. So what you do is you put a 0 here. And just like when you're adding regularly, if you got 10, you would put 0 here and you'd carry 1 up to the top. 8 plus 1 is 9. Now flex your muscles like a hero. There's only one digit left to change to 0. Does this number round to 900 when rounded to the nearest 10? Yeah, it does. Okay, and it has to do with that little trick where if you do 9 plus 1, you have to carry 1 up here, and it changes the hundreds place. This is the only time that the hundreds place is going to change when you're rounding. So otherwise, the hundreds place usually stays the same, but you have to be on the lookout for adding 1 to 9. That really affects your answer. Okay, so far we have one number that rounds to 900 when rounded to the nearest 10. Let's look at the last one. Find the place value. That's the tens place. Circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 through 4. No. The circle stays the same. 5 through 9. Yes. Adding 1 is the game. 6 plus 1 is 7. Now flex your muscles. How's it go? Yeah. Flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right. Change to 0. All the other numbers stay the same. See how the hundreds place stayed the same this time? Not like over here, because we didn't have a 9 in this place. So this number doesn't round to 900 when rounded to the nearest 10. Okay, let's look down here. This is another kind of tricky one I put in. So find the place value. That's a tens place. Circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 through 4, the circle stays the same. 5 through 9. Adding 1 is the game. And look, just like here, we're adding 9 plus 1. We're going to get 10, right? And we're going to have to carry 1. Same thing here. 9 plus 1, we get 10. So we put a 0 here, and we carry 1 up here. 9 plus 1 is 10. So we put a 0 here, and if we were to carry 1 over to the thousands place, there's nothing to add it to, right? So we would just, 1 plus nothing is 1. Okay, and now there's only one place left. Okay, now flex your muscles like a hero. Digit to the right changes to 0. Look what we got. 1,000. 999 is so close to 1,000 that when you round it to the nearest 10, it's only 1 away. You guys have actually been okay at this in the classroom, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for you. Find the place value, circle that digit, move to the right, and underline it. 0 through 4, the circle stays the same. 5 through 9, adding 1 is the game. Now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right change to 0. All the other numbers stay the same. Yo, you're the winner in a rounding game. Not an answer, right? No. Find the place value. Circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 through 4. The circle stays the same. Now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right change to 0. All the other numbers stay the same. Yo, you're the winner in a rounding game. So on this one, we had 2 answers, right? This number rounded to 900, and this number rounded to 900. It might seem like a lot of work for a single question, but sometimes a person has to do a lot of hard work in order to be successful, and you are totally capable, and I believe in you. So I hope you have a wonderful morning, and make sure you watch The Tale of Despero. I have 3 videos up there now, so that's technically 2, 4, 6 chapters that I've read. Have a nice day.